guys, welcome back. So today's video, I'm going to do something I have not done before. So this was a super fun one to do. Don't worry, I am not doing spoiler. That is color number 4 from last year's advent calendar from Revel. So don't worry, no spoilers here. I did get this year's advent calendar. I may or may not do a video with it. You guys will have to let me know. In my Dipped in Chaos tray here, I have Erica from Revel as well. I'm just going to do 2 dips of that on my middle finger. And then my ring finger, I'm going to do a little freehand color block. I'm going to do the triangle French tip on my ring finger. And then I'm going to do the rest of my nails in that gorgeous advent calendar color from last year. It's a gorgeous glittery blue. It almost kind of reflects like green and purple in there as well. But you all know I'm doing blue manis all month long since all month of November is Diabetes Awareness Month. The middle finger, I'm gonna do a new kind of design. So you guys will have to stick around and wait to see that because it's super, super cool. I love how it turned out. So I'm doing 2 dips of Revel, and then I did cap and clear off camera. I apologize if my voice sounds weird. I've been crying for the last 24 hours straight. Yesterday, sadly, I had to let my senior dog go. Thursday, he just wasn't acting well and wasn't eating and just progressed so quickly. There was just nothing we could do. So everything in my face hurts. But so yeah, I'm gonna clear cap my middle finger. I did go ahead and activate it, and then I'm gonna get into the color block. Alright, so I am pretty much going to try to find the center of my nail and try to make sure that my point is in the center. This is why I really love to use Triple D's liquids whenever I do a color block, just because they dry a little bit on the slower side. So after I sprinkle the dip on top, I do have time to kind of fix and kind of straighten up the line a little bit more. If you wanted to, you could use tape and block off the section that you want to color block, which I did do that the first time. This is my second attempt. The first time just did not work well with the tape. I couldn't find my preferred tape that I like to use for color blocking, which is just packing tape. So I tried this with Scotch tape, and when I went to pull it off, my peel base came off. So I just took the whole thing off and decided I was just going to try to freehand it because I'm not willing to sacrifice the peel base. Just would have been too much work to get it off later. So does it come out perfect? No. But I like how it turned out for it being my first try. So I'm going to give that a second to set up. I did use a metal file to straighten the lines up a little bit. I do my color blocking different than other influencers and creators. A lot of them will activate each section individually. I don't like to do that just because when I activate one spot, and then I go to do the other one and I put base there, my brush comes in contact with that bit of alcohol activator. My mind's still not right, you guys. Comes in contact with the activator and then it hardens up my brush. I haven't experienced any issues with skipping the activator portion. So this is just my preferred method. So I'm gonna let you guys watch for a bit and I will be back. so now I'm taking my glitter. I'm just taking a plastic spoon, getting the dog hair off of it first. I am just going to scoop some of the glitter into my spoon here. You could put it in a cupcake liner, but I think the spoon was just so much easier just because I could really limit the glitter that was going to come in contact with my base color up at my cuticle area. And I'm just going to follow the line and fill in the spot that I have not done yet on my nail. I do apologize, obviously, since this is a color from last year's advent calendar, it is not available. But if you did grab last year's advent calendar, it is number 4 in that set. So I'm just going to angle my finger into the spoon. As you could see, it was a lot easier. You could do this in your Dipped in Chaos. You would just really have to kind of fill it all the way up with the glitter, which I probably could have just went ahead and did that. But I'd never done this style before, so I wanted to make it as easy as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. Then I'm going to do one more dip in that. If you have the precision tool from Triple D, use that if you try to recreate this style, because you can really clean up really well with both the gel side of the tool and then the metal precision part. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to do my second layer here. I am going to cap this nail in clear first and get it activated before I move on to finishing up with the glitter. So now that I have both my accent nails done, I'm just going to finish up with basic dip powder application. I'm going to do 2 dips in this gorgeous blue glitter. I did only show 1 dip, so I did the second one off camera, and I'm only showing clear capping, encapsulating just one of the nails just to save a little bit of time, since I'm going to do a little design with this one. So I'm going to let you watch as I finish up, and I'll be right back. So I got all of my filing, shaping, and buffing done. Now I'm just going to take a tiny bit of black acrylic paint and one of my striping brushes, and I'm just going to outline the French tip that I did just so that the lines look a little bit cleaner. And I just decided to use black just because it's super dark and it would kind of blend in with the color on my nail. So I'm going to get that done. I did let it fully dry, and then I clear capped it in clear dip powder. And then I am going to show you guys the design I did on my middle finger. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually top coat all of my nails, because I'm going to actually do a sugared stamp design on my middle finger. So I'm going to dip top coat as normal. I'm going to do shiny top coat on all of my nails except my middle finger. And then my middle finger, I'm going to do the shiny top coat and then do the matte dip top coat from Triple D over the top. So I'm going to let you guys watch as I do my top coat process, and I will be back to show you how easy and cute this design is. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, so after the shiny dip top coat is fully dry, I'm just going to go in and do one coat of the matte dip top coat. I know it says it's a dip top coat, but it really is more of just a regular matte top coat polish. So if you do suffer from gel allergies like I do, and you want a really good matte top coat, I highly recommend this one from Triple D. It is fantastic. You will see in just a second. It dries super fast. You could do 2 top coats. It recommends doing 2 layers. So if your first layer of the top coat isn't smooth to your liking, you can go in and do a second layer. I really liked the way it looked with just 1 coat, so that is all I did here. And as you can see, this is real time. It dries super fast, but I just wanted to show you. It says to do 2, but like I said, I was happy with 1, so I'm gonna let this completely dry. If you try to do a design like this, you do want to make sure whatever top coat you have on is fully dry. So I'm gonna go ahead, give that a couple minutes, and then we're gonna get into the design. Alright, so I went ahead and I let that sit for like 2 minutes. Just until it was nice and dry to the touch. Now I'm going to go in with this stamping plate. It's a What's Up Nails stamping plate. If I'm able to find it, I will link it. I've had this plate for over 2 years, so hopefully I will be able to find it. I'm going to use Triple D's foil stamping polish, and I also have out the glitter, the dip powder glitter that I used on most of my nails. This design is so simple, but you know what I love about it? I don't know about you guys, but I've done so many manis to where I've wanted to do a stamp design, and then I realized I don't exactly have a color stamping polish that matches, you know, the color on my nails. If you've ever ran into this predicament, I highly recommend you get the Triple D foil stamping polish. Get it in black, get it in white. She has it in red, but you will see why here in just a second. After I get all of my things situated and together, I'm just cleaning off my jelly stamper real quick. Alright, so I'm going to stamp like normal. I'm going to apply my stamping polish. I'm going to swipe it. I'm going to pick it up with my jelly stamper. I'm going to clean off any excess design that I do not want. I'm just going for that kind of branch with the leaves. So I'm going to clean off all the additional leaves just with my lint roller. You could use tape. I do not recommend, highly don't recommend, just don't do it. Don't ever use acetone on your jelly stamper. It will cause them to go cloudy, and then it totally defeats the purpose of it being a clear stamper, because you won't be able to see where you're putting anything. So I'm just going to apply this on my nail where I want it. Now I will say with this, you do want to work a little bit quickly, a little bit more quickly than normal stamping. And then all I'm going to do is lay my finger right into that dip powder. Because it is the foil stamping polish, the stamping polish remains sticky. So if you are wanting to match a design to your nails, you can dip right into that dip powder that you used. It can be a solid, it can be a shimmer, it can be a glitter. I recommend a small glitter like this. I wouldn't try it with a chunky glitter because that's probably not going to pick up. So for this, I left it matte. Since I wanted kind of that sugared effect, I did do it over the matte dip top coat. I gave it a like 30 seconds to dry, and I'm just brushing it off super gently. So as you can see, all that excess came right off, and I'm just left with the glitter. I did do a shiny dip top coat like a couple hours after I did this, just because obviously we didn't seal it or anything. So some of the glitters kind of eventually do kind of, you know, rub off. So I did redo the design the same exact way, but I just did a clear base, dip base, dipped into my clear powder, activated, buffed, filed, and then did my dip top coat. So I will leave that picture in the reveal shots for you guys as well. I do actually think that way turned out a little bit better just because I had a little bit of practice, so I kind of knew to work a little bit more quickly. So now I'm just going to apply cuticle oil as per usual and get this mani all finished up. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about this mani. I love how it turned out. I think it was super cool. I wish my French tip would have been, you know, a little bit better, but overall I think it was pretty good shot for my first time doing it. So I'm just gonna get that all rubbed in. I'm not gonna rub it in too much to my middle finger just because I don't want to ruin the matte effect here. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you will give the foil stamping polish a try, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.